I still see so many websites, and I have to admit it's getting fewer. When I started website design, there was a lot more, but it's becoming less and less. But what you want people to do on your website is basically get in contact with you.
Hi, I'm Kyla, a business coach, mentor, and I'm currently studying a degree in nutrition. I'm a mum of 2 and I live in Australia.
And I'm Emilia. I'm the author of the book It's Your Life and the founder of the fashion brand Emilia Ohrtmann. I'm originally from Germany but live in Dubai, and I'm a mum of 4.
In our raw and authentic episodes, we share with you all things business, motherhood, and holistic lifestyle,
as well as bringing you inspiring interviews with other entrepreneurs.
Welcome to the Mums in Biz podcast.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Mums in Biz podcast. And I don't know why I just said good morning, because you might not be listening to this in the morning, but I'm recording it in the morning, and I'm somehow assuming that you are listening to these short motivational 10-minute podcast episodes in the morning while you're getting ready, because that's kind of what I do. And I've said it before, so I don't know. Well, good afternoon, good day, good morning, good evening, wherever you are today. I'm happy that you're listening, and I'm happy that you're here. And I hope I can bring you a little bit of value today. So today is just me, Emilia, and I have gone back to my previous profession, which I still do all the time for myself and even still for some other people, which is website design. And the reason why I thought it would be good to do another small and short episode about website design was actually because about a few weeks ago I met another entrepreneur and we got talking about something completely different, and I just checked her out on her website, and I couldn't help but notice a few things that she could improve on her website. So I let her know. I sent her a message saying, look, this and this, I'm sorry. Forget about it if you don't want to listen. But otherwise, just these are a few suggestions I would have. And it was actually the main thing was that when I landed on her website, the first thing that was showing was her Instagram images. So like a slider, small 10 small little images next to each other. You know how you often see it on websites, but more at the bottom. And this, with her website, you saw it at the top. Basically, she was inviting everybody who came to her website to immediately go to her Instagram account. And it was a shop. So actually, she wanted people to convert on her website and not on her Instagram. But I'm going to go into that a little bit more in depth later, but that's why, I thought if you have a website, or if you're designing a website or getting a website right now, these might be 5 good tips to think about that you can also quickly change if you already have a website, or adapt, or go to your website and think about, having my voice in your ears, looking at your own website, thinking, do I have these points? So what I want to bring you today is 5 quick points that you can implement quickly on your website to improve it and make it more user-friendly. Remember, and that's the pre-note basically, remember that your website is like a virtual office. You are doing all your marketing. You're doing Instagram, you're doing Facebook, you're doing, TikTok, whatever you're doing, networking, talking to people, meeting clients, and so on. But at the end of the day, you want them to come to your office or your virtual office. And let's say you have a shop online, which I now have. So I'm thinking about shops in particular, but actually it's true for anything. I mean, even when I had a service-based business, that's where I wanted my clients and customers to convert. So you want to invite someone over from another place to your website, to your virtual office, which is purely yours, which you can make them feel welcome in your style and in your way, and then tell them or make them feel and realize that you're the right person to help them with their problem, either through a product or a service. So make sure people stay on your website and don't leave. Make sure that you see it as like a virtual office, that you see it as something like from your website you want your visitors to convert into clients or customers. And yes, of course, people can land on your website and still follow you afterwards for a while, but still the initial reason why you have a website is to showcase yourself and make sure that everybody understands that you're the right person and that people then buy. So what is most important is that you get the message of who you are and what you do and how you solve your visitors' problems or issues or concerns they might be having right now or they are having right now, how you're solving that problem, how you are the right person to solve that problem, how your website, your service or your product can solve that problem. So when somebody lands on your homepage, you have about 3-4 seconds, some people say 8 and a bit longer, but a few seconds for that shift to happen, that people realize, yes, I'm in the right place. This is my place. Here, my problem will be solved. And I'm saying problem, and that might sound really dramatic. I mean, when I'm thinking about my clothing business now, people tend to not have problems why they buy clothes for themselves. But they still are in, the lookout. They are looking for clothes, for something to wear. So, and they want to be inspired. So that's what you need to do with whatever you are selling through your website or doing through your website is you need to show them in the first few seconds that you're the right person. And that needs to be, that needs to be really clear on the homepage. So with a great message that really addresses their problem. So let's say you are selling cleaning products. So you could say something, have your home bright and clean in an eco-friendly way or something, and then somebody who's looking for eco-friendly cleaning products feels, okay, I'm in the right place. And then if you have like a really nice picture that really speaks the same story, perfect. The person will stay and inquire more and move on and go through the other pages on your website and then see if you can convince them to buy or not. But still, you have caught their attention and they have stayed on your website. So that's your aim, that people actually stay on the website and don't click away immediately. Which brings me, so the first point was having a very clear message right on the first point of connection, which is usually the homepage, the top of the homepage. And then having really good images to support your whole website. So the second point is having good quality images that speak your story. So you're having a story, you're selling a product or a service, and you need to showcase and support that with images because people they see more than they read. People scan websites, but what they actually see, whether subconsciously or subconsciously, is the image. So if you're selling a cleaning product, well, show the products in a clean home. If you are selling a service, show that you working, for example, or if you're selling coaching for a team, show a happy team, things like that. Show what people are looking for. And I would always say rather have fewer images, but good quality images. So I know it's expensive to hire a photographer, maybe, depends, to get really good quality images, but it's definitely worth it. And otherwise, there are a lot of stock images out there as well that you can either buy or even, a lot of people have a few free stock images as well. I mean, I used to design my websites with Squarespace and they have partnered up with unsplash.com and they have amazing free images. and paid images. So it's really good to invest in a few really good images. And secondly, these images should be big. I so often land on websites where the images are really small. And I mean, let's say you have a shop and then you are showing your products tiny on these tiny little squares, You want to sell a product that people usually go and look at with their own eyes, like holding in their own hands in a store right in front of them that they can try on and look at in a big mirror. And you're showing this product on a really, really tiny little square, really small image. That is definitely not the same shopping experience. And, I personally don't buy from websites. I don't even stay on the websites where the images are so small. So make sure that you have big images, especially when you have a store, but not only. My third point is to have a contact button. I still see so many websites, and I have to admit it's getting fewer. When I started website design, there was a lot more, but it's becoming less and less. But what you want people to do on your website is basically get in contact with you. So either, especially if you have a service-based business, you want them to contact you. So tell them everywhere on every single page how to contact you. On every single page, have a contact button. Have a contact button in your header, like at the very top. Have a contact button at the very bottom. If you have a product that you're selling and you want to provide really good customer service, again, have a way for people to contact you, so to ask questions before they're buying. Or if they've bought something and they have an issue, they can return it easily or can at least contact you easily. I think there's nothing more annoying when you are not sure and want to buy, like, especially if it's a bigger investment and have a question and nobody can answer it. Or if you've bought something and have a problem or an issue and you cannot find the help on the internet, especially not on their website. I think it's super frustrating, and I wouldn't come back as a customer. And that's also what you want. I mean, it is easier. That's an excuse. Do you say that? Well, that's like another topic, but it's easier to keep existing clients and have them come back over and over to you instead of always searching for new clients and customers. So easy way to contact you, and obvious. And then number 4 is having your social links on your website. Definitely, I would always say that, but maybe not at the top, maybe not so obvious. Because, as I said in the beginning, you want people to buy from you, you want people to convert on your website, you want people to stay on your website and not go off to social media. So yes, people might want to follow you along. Definitely, if they haven't decided yet, definitely if they like you, but don't know yet, or definitely if they have bought and are really happy, they still want to follow you. So yes, show them a way how they can follow you. Show your say, follow me on social media for regular updates, for specials that we're having, for a view behind the scenes, whatever makes it more interesting. But be aware that once people land on social media, they are off. They are bombarded with other things. I mean, if you land on Facebook, you have on the right, you have so many other images coming up, so many other businesses advertising to them. So they could be like gone so quickly. And then lastly, I want to say, go to your website with the eyes of a client or a customer. Pretend that you're not the business owner. Pretend that you don't know anything about the business, that you've maybe heard about the business or you liked a pretty Instagram image and you landed on this website. What would you do? Where would you go next? Do you even understand what they are selling or trying to say to you, what they're doing, what they're about? Who is this company that you're checking out the website? And if you think that you can't do it yourself, ask a friend, ask your parents, ask your sister, your brother, ask somebody else to look at your website. Maybe even somebody who doesn't really know what you're doing. to see if they understand what you're doing, what you're all about, and also to see what they're doing. Where would they go next? Would they go, if you have a store, would they go and click on the shop button? Do you even have a button that leads to the shop? Would they click on reviews and check if what other people have said about you and your website? What would people do? What is the flow of the website? And then double check, is that the same that you actually wanted your visitors to go, the way that you wanted them to go, which leads up to the sale, or not, or what you can adapt. Maybe it is the shop now button, or maybe it is having a review on every page. Here's 2 more tips, by the way. So those are 5 points that you can easily implement on your website. So first of all, having a clear message that people understand, having good quality images that are big enough, having a contact button or a way to contact you, having social links, yes, to show people that they can stay in contact with you, and then checking if the flow of the website is right. And yes, that might be the hardest one, but as I said, ask somebody who doesn't know anything about the website and the business, and see what they would do on your website. So I hope that helps for a quick, I don't know how inspirational this episode was, or motivation. We always call it Motivation Monday. But I think it was a good reminder to keep checking the website and to keep working and to rework your website. Your website needs to develop with your business. Your business is constantly developing. So have the website develop with you, go with you, adapt to what's happening in the world, the environment, have your website adapt while the business grows and while you grow and while everything else grows and changes. And keep changing your website and keep improving it and keep learning from your customers. Okay, that leaves me wishing you a wonderful day, and thank you for listening. Come back to some amazing episodes that we have come up, some amazing interviews that we have recorded already and are recording pretty soon. And thank you always for your reviews. We love them. We need them to share and spread the word of the Mums in Biz podcast. So that would be amazing if you love this episode to leave a review either on Instagram or on iTunes, of course. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Mums in Biz podcast.
If you loved it, please share it with your network and leave us a review.
If you would like to connect with us, please visit the Mums in Biz podcast Instagram page or check the description for our direct contact.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.